I just wanted to do a quick video going over these AEA Select Fire, that's what the SF stands for, PCP air guns. This one's in 25 caliber, this one's in 30 caliber. They're pretty much the exact same spec gun. You can get these in 3 different sizes. They have a compact version. These are the standard 13-inch barrel-sized ones. If you get the compact one, your tank's gonna be a little bit smaller. If you get the 13-inch, the barrel just barely passes this tank. And then if you get, there's a sniper one too, I think it's a 16-inch barrel. The tank's the same, just the barrel's just a little bit longer, but you can't get this tank, the bigger capacity tank, on the compact one. It's only available on the standard and the sniper barrel models. So both of these fill up to 4,500 PSI. They both come with side folding stocks. I just put some, it's kind of ghetto, I put some magnets on here just to kind of hold the stock together. They do make an adapter that has a magnetic clip, but it's not for this model gun. I don't know if those are going to come out later on or whatnot, but that's just the solution I ended up doing for right now. I don't really fold them. I mean, I guess I'm going to be going backpacking or something, you would probably fold them. But for me, they're just sitting in a gun rack. For other people, it might be more of a nitpicking thing than what I care about. As long as it's not flopping around like crazy, because look at this one. I don't know, it's a nitpick. It would be a nice feature to have, and it wouldn't cost much more to add that magnetic option, or some sort of catch that it clicks into. The thing about PCPs, for the most part, when you get into semi-auto, or there's very few full autos, but when you get into semi-auto, the price range goes up drastically. These ones aren't too bad. They start at $750 for the compact version. These are $800 with the little bit larger barrel, bigger tank, and then it's $850 for the sniper version. I think these ones are the best for the money. When I got this, I wanted something relatively lightweight, had to have decent accuracy. These things with the 13-inch barrel are at least accurate up to 100 yards right now, so that's pretty impressive for both the 25 and the 30 cal. Between the two of these, I would say I'm very satisfied with the accuracy so far. I was just looking to have some sort of carbine, lighter weight. I don't want the Blitz semi-auto taking down the stars. Like, I don't want to do that offhand. The thing does get heavy with the Arkin and the suppressor and everything involved, that these are so much lighter, so much easier to maneuver. But going back to the semi-auto function, the majority of air guns are going to be bolt guns. With that, you're going to get guns that are much cheaper. Adding that semi-auto function is going to be at least a couple $100, I would say. These do have the option to switch between manual cocking and semi-auto. You just flip this little switch right here, which is a nice feature. You can save some air if you wanted to, I guess. There are issues with the semi-auto function. When you get to the lower point on these guns and the tanks, say sub 2,000 PSI, that's when these things start to have some burps, or they're not going to fully cycle. And that might not always be the case, it's a sporadic thing you kind of have to deal with. So these have the weight savings compared to my Blitz. They're more compact, they function in semi-auto. I wanted something that was semi-auto to take down the stars. It is nice just to have some follow-up shots real quick if you miss something. Now these both have red dot sights on them now. It comes with just a standard dovetail. You have to get some sort of adapter for the Picatinny if you want that. Most of the sights don't even have dovetail for these. You have to get some sort of adapter. And that's what I ended up doing for both of them. Now getting down to the suppressors. This thing is so compact. It's a caliber up from this one. Just look at this. That's a massive difference. Just the size comparison. But then to top it off, this thing is more quiet on this than the giant can on the 25 cal. That's what's crazy to me. And another thing I like about these guns, for PCPs, it's definitely a good idea to have some sort of bolt lock. If you're going from a firearm to an air gun, you're not sticking a magazine in an air gun unless the bolt is cocked back. In a firearm, obviously you can just jam the mag in there. Sometimes it's tough if you have a fully loaded mag. It doesn't want to seat properly without the bolt pulled back. This, you're not getting a magazine in there unless the bolt is pulled back. So having a feature where it has a catch on it is a great option, because now I don't have to worry about fumbling around and, you know, loading the magazine in with the bolt probe being the tiniest little bit in the way that the magazine won't go in. On the Gauntlet, it has a similar thing. It's much more straightforward on the Gauntlet. All you have to do is just cock the gun back, and it sits in this little slot here. That's just to hold the bolt back so you can access. You want that clear when you're feeding a magazine in there. If you have the tiniest fraction of that bolt probe in there, the magazine's not gonna fit. It sucks when you don't have something to hold it back. Now, when you get into side levers, they usually lock back into place, so you don't really need that. I've noticed on some of them, you'll lock them back into place, but it doesn't really lock tight. It'll hold there, but a little bit of force might push the handle down just a little bit, and you're gonna get that bolt probe in there and be like, what the hell is going on? But you just gotta cock it back all the way. Oh, and last but not least, I've never had a grip like this before, but I bought 2 of them recently. And I have to say, if you've never used one of these, it's probably the most comfortable grip I've used. But even something like this, with just the rail there and the tank, this actually feels really good too. Like, the tank diameter just fits my hand perfectly. It's almost like a grip in itself. Last but not least, ×2. This sight is way better than this one. UUQ. If you're on Amazon, UUQ. Okay? Okay. Alright, everyone.